Reflexive verbs are verbs that describe what somebody does to or for himself or herself. Examples of reflexive verbs are verbs like lavarse, to wash oneself, bañarse, to bathe oneself, acostarse, to put oneself to bed, levantarse, to get up, cepillarse los dientes, to brush one's teeth. You could say vestirse, to get dressed, etc. All of those are reflexive verbs that describe what somebody does to or for himself. We could use reflexive verbs. We can conjugate reflexive verbs, and the preterit tends to say what you did. For example, I could say me levanté muy temprano esta mañana. Después me bañé, me cepillé los dientes, y después me vestí. So I could describe my daily routine using reflexive verbs in the preterit. So let's take a look at these pictures and describe what these people did ayer, por ejemplo, or esta mañana with reflexive verbs. We could say Marta. Well, actually, this is an irregular verb. We don't know yet, but I could say Marta se vistió, or a stem changing E to I verb. Marta se vistió or Marta se puso la ropa. Después, with the verb afeitarse, with los hombres, I could say los hombres se afeitaron. Remember that preterite ending for ellos, ellas, ustedes, the third for the third person plural for AR verbs. So los hombres se afeitaron. I could say Ana se fue a la cama. Eduardo se durmió. I could say Francisco se levantó with the verb levantarse, which is an AR verb. So Francisco se levantó. I guess Pablo here. I think it's Pablo se acostó with the verb acostarse. Pablo se acostó. For Alberto, I could say Alberto se duchó. I could say Roberto y Elena, ellos se sentaron, with the verb sentarse, ellos se sentaron. And for Carlota, I could say Carlota se vistió. So notice for reflexive verbs in the preterite, I still use my same preterite verb endings I've been using for other verbs, but I just use a reflexive verb, so I have to use the correct reflexive pronoun. I place a reflexive pronoun directly before the conjugated verb, or of course I can attach it to my infinitive, or I can attach it to my present participle. But reflexive verbs, again, describe an activity that somebody does to or for himself or herself.